Imagine how cool would it be to study one single degree and get access to numerous career opportunities. You could choose to become a director, producer, filmmaker, radio jockey, TV anchor, and all you'll have to do is study mass communication. Hello and welcome. Today on Heads Up, we'll find out how to kickstart a career in the world of media and communication.
I was just 7 when I did my first ODT competition, and I remember how I used to watch those TV anchors and journalists on the screen. Ever since then, I've grown up with a fascination for the media careers, and I think I can just wait to be a journalist myself someday.
Meet Tanya Talwar, an 8th grader from Amity International School, Delhi. Confident and buzzing with energy and enthusiasm, Tanya aspires to become a journalist someday.
I've literally been spending 2 to 3 hours every day to work upon my oratory skills. I also make sure that I'm reading and writing along to enhance my vocabulary.
A broad field of study, mass communication includes TV and print journalism, radio broadcasting, advertising and PR, and the more recent online journalism. Speaking skills and writing skills come naturally to Tanya and are also skills necessary for both print and TV journalism.
Tanya is among a million young Indians who aspire for a media career. But what is it that really attracts them to this field? Let's find out.
From writing stories for newspapers and websites to live reporting and anchoring for TV or spending countless hours of talking and entertaining over the radio, media professionals are on their toes most of the time. Despite being a demanding job, a media career is still highly sought after, evident in industry surveys and reports.
If you look at the projections, it's a 13.9% projection, an annual average we are looking at. And by 2019, say in another 3 years' time, we are looking at 1,964 billion as against 1,026 billion in 2014. That's amazing, you see. And I think that this growth has got to do with the increasing purchasing power of the middle class, the growing income. We have been able to maintain the economic growth. There is an aspirational, group coming up fast in our small centers, in our small urban centers, in our rural areas.
Education in media and communication has also seen a rigorous transformation in the last 2 decades. Mass communication today has evolved into a specialized field, expanding boundaries beyond journalism into areas like radio broadcasting and advertising and PR, among others. Talk about popularity, and mass communication tops the charts, with the course attracting thousands of students every year with diverse educational backgrounds.
I've been seeing, new media institutions mushrooming all over. So there is almost every university, every private university, every media institute, every new even management institutes are offering media related courses. In fact, I see a lot of newspapers and television channels opening up their own institutes. That shows the growing demand. That's a reflection of the growing demand. And even, you see, on an average for my institution, we receive on an average say around 5,000 applications for about 410 seats across the country.
Mass-comm courses in India are offered at undergraduate and postgraduate levels as both a degree and a diploma. The eligibility criteria for admissions may vary according to the college of your choice, but a minimum qualification of 10+2 stays compulsory. The course includes a study of topics like journalism, broadcasting, advertising and public relations, among others. While classroom training equips students with an in-depth knowledge of these topics, internships, on the other hand, ensure a necessary industry exposure.
They get a hands-on training during the internship. They learn the nitty-gritties and the important component of working in the field. They learn how to report, they learn how to do good stories, and when they're associated with some senior journalists, they learn the trick of the trade.
Good communication skills, including speaking and writing well, along with critical thinking, are some of the must-have skills for a mass communication student. Mass communication careers can be exciting and challenging at the same time and are also known to be diverse. From working in television space to radio or print or even online, Mass Comm students find a variety of career options to choose from. With Richa Sajatia, Sharon Alex, NDTV.
So we're here at the Indian Institute of Mass Communication, New Delhi, and with me a couple of students, all Mass Comm students, and they will share with us their experiences. So you earlier told us that you were an engineering graduate and now you're doing Mass Comm. Why leave engineering?
I feel that this is the only profession where you get to know more about the world, and this is the only thing that if you do down the line in 20 years, and then you find that most of the things in the world you cover. So this was that appealed me always, and then I thought I should pursue it.
And you are an engineering dropout. It's so interesting that you sort of leave other careers and come into mass communication. So what is the kind of exposure that you've seen, which you did not get there and now in mass communication?
Well, it was a bold move. It was a difficult decision to take, but then, this is one profession where you are bombarded with so many new ideas, new perspectives of looking at things. If I'm looking at something, I would not analyze it the way I do now.
Right.
I never did that, so
Yeah.
it really exposes you to a lot of new information, new perspectives, how you can perceive things.
So as a mass comm student, we work a lot with our language skills and communication skills. How do you sort of keep yourself upbeat with all of this? Like it's such a struggle to write well and to speak well without flaws. How do we keep ourselves good with that?
I think just keep reading, because you kind of pick up on it, grows onto you. I mean, you can't read enough. You have to watch shows and you sort of pick from there. I mean,
Right.
there's no alternative to reading.
Right. So you say that writing and reading is the only option to keep yourself
Totally.
right. Also, I want to ask to you, what do you think is the role of internship from a student's perspective? How important do you think are internships, and how do you sort of find good internships?
There is a major role of internship in your profession ahead, because in internship you learn how to go ahead with things, and then in professional atmosphere, this is a classroom course. Then when you step down in a professional field, then you understand what is the need and demand of the market from you.
Right.
So, and about doing a good internship, I would say one should also keep focused on what is going down in the market. New media is coming, so where else apart from print or our radio and television he can go. So
Right.
he should be vigilant in things, and then he should apply as many places as he can.
So to quickly wrap up this chat, my last question to you is, if you had to motivate somebody to join mass communication, what would you say to them?
See, above everything else, you gain a perspective, and mass communication, it just offers you different mediums to, let that perspective out in the world. So that's the only thing I'd like.
Would you like to say something? Add on
Basically, if you want to join mass communication, the first thing is that you must be ready to learn every day. You cannot, in this field, you cannot afford to say that I will not read today, I will not read the newspaper today, or I will not watch the news.
Well, that was a lot of valuable information from these students here at IIMC.
सुपर हिट्स 93.5 रेड एफएम पर मैं हूं आपके साथ हिना। मिडनाइट मसाला सुन रहे हैं आप? यस, हाय, मैं हूं आरजे हिना और यू लिसन टू मी एवरी नाइट 9 PM फ्रॉम मंडे टू फ्राइडे ऑन सुपर हिट्स 93.5 रेड एफएम एंड द शो नेम इज मिडनाइट मसाला. I consider myself the masala queen of Delhi. I know it's a very big statement because whenever you are alone in the studio, that too 9 o'clock in the evening, you have the power, you have the microphone, and you are a Delhi ki ladki yaar. I've done my radio jockeying from Indian Institute of Mass Communication, and yes, I owe a lot to the institute because I am a BCom graduate. I never thought I'll be doing a show like this, that too in the capital city, but yes, I am doing it. Well, I come to office at around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm a lazy girl, but not only lazy, I'm hardworking also. So it isn't like that I have my show at 9 o'clock in the evening, so I'll reach office at 8:30. That's a part-time job. No, we work really hard for the show, and yes, I come to office by 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So we plan the show, we have the team. I'm not the only one, who's doing the whole show. One thing that I often face is, you can't sound fresh every time, but that's one challenge and you have to overcome it. because people, they don't listen to you if you are, if you're pareshan or something like that. They don't want to listen to you. If you're bubbly, if you have something interesting to tell them, if you're attractive and you have that punch in you, then they want to listen to you. And people are so updated, they know each and everything, they are aware of everything, so you have to be on your toes every time. I think good voice is very much important to be an RJ. Plus, you should be responsible. If you have a good voice, you should be responsible. You just cannot say anything on the microphone. You should sound responsible. You should not hurt anybody's sentiments. You should be witty, and you should have a good pronunciation. Holding the language is one important thing. Personal connect is much important, because people call me because they know I connect to them. They know she will understand me. She will, try to resolve my problems. So you should have that personal connect with the listeners. Spontaneity, zulmi ye hazir jawabi hogi. That's very important, because you get a lot of calls, और वहाँ पे you have to tackle them. Well, I think if you don't want to be a radio jockey, you can be, if you're good at writing, you can be a copywriter. And if you have a good taste of music, you can be a music producer. You can be a sound engineer, and you can be a show producer. Well, I'll say just be yourself, be original, because if you'll try to copy somebody, that'll be for, I guess, maximum 1 week. Apni originality aa hi jati hai. So I guess just be original, relaxed, and people will love you the way you are.
It's time for us to slip into a short break. We'll be right back with lots more on mass communication careers.